Hey guys, what's up? Today is the 5th day of the Overworld beta and we finally gathered enough data to make the first suggestions what would be the best way for you to start into the Overworld. So in this video we make a short little summary of what we think would be the best start. So let's hop right into it. So here we are in game. As I told, it's like the 5th day already and I have made some progress on my character and stuff, farmed some resources and so on. And we just wanted to talk like a lot about what would be the best way for everybody to start. In our opinion, of course, there might be some guys who thinks differently, but I think we have an overall pretty good suggestion how to start. So, the first thing you would want to do if you log in, you start with basically nothing, right? No upgrades, just the basic versions of jetpack, mech boots and so on, and only 2 Illuviums with 3 basic shards. So what would be the best for you to work on first? So, to speed every further one up, I think the best way is to just focus on drone upgrades. You can see them here, there are many to choose from. The most require you, so basically all of them require you to have some resources which you can't gather in tier 0. So I think the best way to go for it is to just farm some higher tier 1. I would actually suggest a stage 3 one to get the rare ores, so you can go for the drone augments you would want. So in my personal opinion, the best drone augments for you to start with would be either the chance to duplicate ore or the energy cost for mining. Should be also here. 1 second. Here, bracket. That would be for the first slot, either the duplicate ore or the mining energy costs, and the second one, or maybe you use both of them. And if you got enough resources, then you can also add in a tier 4 augment for your drone. That would be mining power. It's actually, this one requires pretty rare ores, right? But when you start with the stage 3 one, you would have them, for sure. At least for the basic version. You would have them. And in the middle slot of your drone augment, I personally gone for detection range increase. So I can show my augments here. We have in the middle one the detection range increase, and on the secondary slot chance to duplicate mining. On the first one I run with mining extra cost and mining power, and on the third one is mining power with mining power secondary. So I rerolled them already like a lot to receive the stats that I want to have. But obviously this setup, for example, wouldn't be the best if I farm like tier 0 all the way, right? If I farm tier 0, that would be way too much mining power, and I still need 2 times mining on each deposit to get all of them. So I would swap out like this one, for example, for the chance to duplicate mining more, right? So that I have more chances to duplicate the mining. I still got this augment here, like the small version of it. So if I want tier 0, I would swap them. Yeah, here's also capture power. Maybe I swap also this in if I want to have like capture more Illuviums without them not working or whatsoever. So this would be the best thing to do. But when you start the game, you will have to mine a lot of rocks, believe me. And the best thing to start with is therefore optimizing your setup to increase your mining, like improve energy, improve the ore yields that you can farm and all this stuff. So that would be the first thing to start on. Since when you go that way, you have like only one stage 3 run on the first day, right? And one stage 2 maybe, or you leave up the rest of the energy for some stage 1 runs to get even more ore. That that you can, it's up to you. But when you have your first set of some drone augments in your drone, you can then start farming tier 0, right? And in that case, I would suggest that you farm like crazy much rocks in tier 0, like completely ignore the encounters and so on, to just work on your jetpack and mech boot upgrades. Those only needs the materials out of tier 0, and since you got already like a lot of mining boosts in your drone now, you will get them faster, so you can like farm the shit out of tier 0 rocks and get at least the advanced versions of jetpack and mech boots. So for that, after you finish that, you will have a much more like confident way on moving through the map, and that will also speed up your overall runs in all stages and so on. So this is definitely the second you want to focus on. If you have some of them, or even if you don't, if it's too boring for you to only farm rocks at the start, you can also put in some encounters, but don't focus too much on it, because you also don't have too much shards at the start, right? But the shard thing will come like passively if you farm rocks like a crazy man for your jetpack and boots. You will automatically farm also a lot of tier 0 shards. So for some runs after, you will have plenty of shards and never have like troubles again. So that's just passively like good for your later tier 0 runs, right? So we now have drone augments, we now have advanced jetpack and advanced mech boots, so we are very good at mining, and we are like quite fast in walking through the map, and we have plenty of tier 0 shards now. So that's when we can focus on encounters also. I would still always get like every rock you can, but also throw in some encounters and catch some tier 0 Illuvials, right? Since they are free, you have plenty of shards, you can work on improving your army. So that would be the third step you want to do. And just farm all your shards whatsoever, get Illuvials, try to focus on fighter ones, on Dokas, they are like crazy good. Yeah, and that's the third one that you should do. What you should not do, in my personal opinion, is to focus on equipment for your ranger, because it's totally unnecessary. The encounters are pretty easy, all of them, even if you sometimes have like pretty high tier Illuvials in it, maybe not at the very first day, but after that your deck is so strong that you don't really need equipment, and the resources are much better spent on like your jetpack and mech boots, or if you even focus on higher weapons for your drone augments. So, to summarize it, first step, get drone augments, especially for mining. Second tip, go for jetpack and mech boots. And third, start building your Illuvial army without focusing on ranger equipment like weapon, shield, armor, whatsoever. You can put some small in it to just have like a bonus or something, but don't try to upgrade it like crazy. Yeah, when you have all this, you are pretty good to go already. So, good luck!